Hello everybody, it's October 3rd, 2022. I know we all want it to be Uptober, but the action continues to be choppy and not indicative of a lasting bottom quite yet. So first, let's review what I said on Monday. Basically, last week, this is what I said on Friday. So last week, I said we should all expect a lot more chop based on the action. That turned out to be quite true. And then we were going over what we can expect next for the weekend and into this week. And I said the bears have a possible setup to push us lower. And as long as Bitcoin's below 19.7, they really have that chance to follow through. And so we are still below 19.7. It did slightly break above it though. So we're kind of getting leaned into this territory here. So if it gets pushed above 19.7, kind of on a more sustained basis, we could still see an ending diagonal. And that would potentially mean we're still going to get another local high, and that could be as high as 21.4. And that would be, extension of the larger B wave. So, these are the two most likely scenarios. Either we're going down now, or we're going up and then we're going down. The only way that the bulls could prove anything, that a bottom is already in, would be if we saw 5 waves above 21.4. It still seems extremely unlikely. I don't see that as much of a chance at all. And just summed it up here basically. We're expecting to see Bitcoin under 18K soon. Just a matter of if they're ready now or if they're just going to delay it again. So it seems like delaying it once again may be in the cards. So we've got a couple different things to look at here. First off, I'm viewing this drop from the 25K high, which I expected to be top somewhere in that area there. I expected a drop from that, but I'm viewing this as a W, X, and Y. We should be in this Y right now, and this was likely A, and now we're either done with B with this high here, or we're making a larger, more complex pattern up here, and that's why I say up to 21.4 is still realistically in the realm of bearish possibilities. So that's where we are, either still working on the B wave or potentially already in the C wave. For now, it still could be. Like I said, though, if it breaks above 21.7, then it starts looking a little bit more like, 19.7, starts looking a little bit more like we're going to get this larger B wave here. And so, like I said, anywhere up to 21.4 would be where I expect that to top. But possibilities are, first off, we're going to remove this. This was the impulsive path I wanted it to take, and it obviously failed to do that. So if we are already in C, from this high being B, this would have to be a 1 and a 2, and then this would be our micro 1 and 2 before a drop deeper. Alternately, it could be doing a diagonal, meaning this is our, again, 1 and 2, and now we're getting ABC in 3, ABC in 4, ABC in 5. We could get some sort of diagonal downwards like that into this, just the top of this area. That'd be fine. So not exactly sure where we are right now. I think it's unlikely. Let me see. I was saying earlier in the week, or over the weekend rather, to the members that this is not really following, not really continuing to the downside. You can see if that's our 1-2 like I thought, hopefully it was going to be. We should have seen a move down here a little bit more directly. All of this chop did not indicate that we were going to go down much further immediately. It looked like, all right, we're going to come up. It's going to break impulsive structure. So that's where we are right now. Impulsive structure is broken. And so the bears, as I said, best possibility is probably a diagonal 1, 2, and then maybe A and B, and we'll get a C wave down. So I'm not counting on that, and I'm really not going to tell you which one of those is most possible. Are we going to drop immediately, or are we going to visit this area? In the end, it doesn't really matter. The most likely scenario still is that we're heading down here, because if we look at our local low, which is right here, in order for the bulls to tell us they're ready to run, we need to have a 5-wave move off of that low. And ideally it would be an impulsive move. That's already out the window. This is not impulsive. And then that deep drop, absolutely nothing impulsive about that. That is chop action, corrective action, and signifies that we are going to see lower levels most likely. The only way this turns bullish is if that's our 1, that's our 2, we make an ABC up through 21.4 for 3, ABC down for 4, ABC up for 5, well above that 21.4. That could be a 5-wave diagonal upwards, but obviously the bulls have a lot of work to do, and it's going to be really choppy that entire time. There's nothing here indicating that we're going to get a giant move upwards. I see absolutely nothing supporting that. The price action doesn't support that that thought. So most likely scenario is that we are going to drop. So that's still my stance. I'm still quite happy that I bailed on my 19.3 buys in this 20. I think I sold at about 20.1. I'm happy with that decision. Even if this presses up a little bit higher, I do not expect it to go through. And even if it does, I'm sitting back in cash and also riding some shorts. But even if this did do 5 waves up, we're still going to get a pullback after that. And guess what? I can rebuy on that pullback, probably right around that 20K area, which is where I sold in profit in the first place. So I'm not worried about missing the boat on this at all. And until that proves itself, I'm still waiting for lower and expecting that we move down into this region here. And I may have to adjust. I think the C wave box right here is based on this being our B, but if we come up higher, I'll have to adjust that box as well. So we'll have to just see if we make a new local high here. I'll adjust this box upwards, but this larger box in any case should be where we want to see a bottom happen. Now nothing is proven, even though I'm expecting that this correction will finally be done with one more local low down here. Nothing is proven until we then get a new 5-wave move up. We need to see that 5-wave move up to really prove the bottom. Now that being said, I think for spot buys anyway, it's fantastic risk reward to buy in that area. High 16s, mid 16s to mid 17s, something like that. Fantastic risk reward, because you can either do a hard stop below 15.7 or you can wait. I mean, if this is gonna go down, if it breaks below 15.7, I think we're in for a much larger bear market. But we'll likely see, break below 15.7. We probably find support somewhere in the 12 to 13 area, and then we'll probably get a pretty substantial bounce from there before continuing downwards. So, buying in this area, yeah, we may have to hold on for a little bit here, but we can likely get out at break even or even in profit potentially before we actually get that continuation to the downside. Because there are always bounces. And if you know how to read market structure, you can usually get out of positions with minimal loss and or potentially small profits along the way, as long as you keep your emotions in check. And that's really what we need to do, is just let the action speak to us, keep the emotions in check. As much as I want Uptober, I don't see it right now. I think we'll get it, if we get up here and then have a nice big flush out maybe next week or something. That'd be fantastic, and then we can have Uptober. I would be super happy with that outcome. That'd be great, but we do not have the start of that at the moment. All right, I think that's all I've got for you for tonight. So we'll check back in on Friday and see where we are. Hopefully we get some action that's helpful. Until that happens, stay careful with this choppy action that we're seeing right now. We do not have a strong setup for either the bears or the bulls for like short-term trading purposes. To be honest, I'm expecting a lot more chop to come. Even if it goes up a little bit, it's going to be choppy up. If it goes down, it's probably going to be choppy down for the most part as well. All right, everybody, have a good night. I'll talk to you on Friday.